Hey guys, this is Derek from the Wrestling IQ 101 podcast. I just want to let you know about this great deal that we have with Collar and Elbow. Collar and Elbow is where urban streetwear meets wrestling. Act now and use our discount code WIQ101 to receive extra savings at checkout when you visit collarandelbowbrand.com today. Wrestling IQ 101 and Collar and Elbow. It's a match made in wrestling heaven.
Yeah. Look, Wrestling 101, classes in session. Pay attention to the teachings, that's from Andrew and Derek. I mean, these guys making a killing with no competition. Dynamic duo better than the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys. Everybody make some noise, mess with them, you get destroyed. They cannot be beat, take a seat. Watch them do their thing on the MIC. Face defeat, they cannot be seen like JC. Oh my goodness, it's a killing spree.
Yo, this is Anthony Henry, Evolve Star, and you are listening to Wrestling IQ 101.
Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Wrestling IQ 101. I'm Andrew alongside Derek, and you can listen to Wrestling IQ 101 on iTunes by searching Wrestling IQ 101 or searching the B Plus Player Network, or you can listen to us right here on YouTube. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wrestling IQ 101. And today we're sitting with WoW superhero, The Beast. How's it going?
Oh, it's awesome. How's it going with you guys today?
Going great. We're here. It's a good night. We're talking to you. How can it be any better than that?
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm actually kind of trembling because I've been watching you from season 1, and you hand out beatings pretty well to these women here at WoW.
Well, here's the thing. Are you currently holding the WoW World Championship?
No.
Then you're safe. You got nothing to tremble about.
Okay, good. Good. And for the people who don't know, they can catch WoW on Access TV at 8 o'clock on Saturday nights or 5 o'clock if you're on the West Coast. And, The Beast, you have been one of the biggest powerhouses to ever come through there. I mean, how does it feel knowing that you've been so dominant in these last couple of seasons?
It's not a surprise to me. I know how hard I work. I know who I am. I mean, look at me. I am 180 pounds of solid muscle. Like, which one of these girls are going to stop me? No one.
Yeah, no, that's definitely for sure. And I was reading David McLean. He said that you're a phenom and you will change the face of wrestling. How does something like that make you feel when basically someone who's the creator of where you're at, and he just has that type of faith in you that you are, a figure that not just at WoW, but wrestling in general will change the face of wrestling?
My thing is, whenever I go out to do anything, I don't want to be one of the crowd. I want to stand out. So I always try to work harder than everyone else in the room. I try to be stronger than everyone else in the room. I try to be the baddest person in whatever room I'm standing in. So to be recognized by David McLean is awesome. I mean, I already know that going into a situation. I already feel that in myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's not cocky. It's confidence. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's funny that he would say this, though, because every time I'm trying to get a shot at that title, he doesn't seem to recognize my greatness. And that's a problem for me.
I think he does recognize it. And I think he doesn't want you to hurt people. So I think he's trying to keep you away. No one's going to be you got to create competition. He doesn't want you to get the title. And no one else is going to be able to get it. Come on.
That's fair. That is fair. Once I have it, I'm not letting it go.
Yeah, you might have to retire as champion. It's funny because you grew up with 7 brothers, and and they had to instill this fighting spirit, right?
It did. I have 7 older brothers. I think because of this, I'm highly unnaturally. It's not even healthy how competitive I am. Mm-hmm. So everything I do is a competition, and I definitely attribute it to having 7 older brothers because I try to grow up and hang out with them and keep up with them. So everything I do, I always find the toughest person in the room or the fastest person in the room, and I try to keep up with them, and then I try to pass them. So that always makes me better, always pushing to be better than I am.
Yeah, definitely. And now, the first thing when anyone sees you, I'm pretty sure they're impressed by, the great physique that you have. You were in bodybuilding. How did you get started in that? And, you know, do do you think that anything you learned and the disciplines you learned from bodybuilding help you with wrestling today?
No, 100%. Okay, so it goes back to me being competitive. I went to support a friend at their bodybuilding show, and I literally saw the people on stage, and I was like, I can do this. I can totally do this. So the next show, I believe, was 7 weeks away, and I went to the show. I killed myself to get ready for that show, and I won.
Oh man.
And so after that, I was like, what's the next step in this? And so I just kept going and kept going. And I think 100% the discipline, all the hours I put into the gym, making sure that I eat properly at the right times, that all carries over into wrestling. Because where some of those other women are just kind of being blasé about things, they'll do whatever. I make sure that everything I do is on a schedule, it's timed, it's weighed, I pay attention to everything that's happening. I tell people wrestling is like a chess match. You know what I mean? You got to be thinking 3 steps ahead in your movements. Whenever I train for wrestling, I don't just go and roll around in the ring. I try to think if Jungle Girl comes at me with this, what are 3 different moves that I can do to use herself against, use her momentum against her? If Faith the Lioness, if Tessa tries to do anything to me, what's in my arsenal that I can pull out so that when I'm in a match, it's a no-brainer. I've done all the hard work and training. So once I'm in a match, it's just easy. It's all downhill coasting for me.
Sure. One of the coolest things that I learned about you is that you're actually, I don't know if you did complete, but you've been training to be a firefighter, which is pretty awesome. I mean, how'd you get involved with that?
I, you know, I have this thing where, like, you never know who you're going to impress. You never know who you're going to change just by being yourself. So maybe I get this a lot of times on social media. I get young girls, or I get fathers of young girls who tell me that, their daughters look up to me. That's awesome. So if I growing up, never saw any firefighters that look like me, so I never thought I could be a firefighter. And so now there's going to be some girl out there who's going to see me and now know that she can be anything she wants to be. She can be a firefighter if she wants to. She can be a bodybuilder if she wants to. She can be a dominant wrestler if she wants to. And it doesn't matter what she looks like. She can look however she wants and be whatever she wants. There's no limits besides what's in your brain. So I'm currently right now, I'm an EMT. I'm going to school to become a paramedic. I'm going to school to get my degree in fire technology. And I am currently in the process of being hired through the fire department, yes.
Awesome. And thank you for serving your community and making a better way for young ladies too. I mean, that's something that's really respectable.
Thank you. Thank you. See, I'm not all headlocks and body slams.
Yeah, we see. If you treat those fires any way you treat your opponents, I don't think there'll be any problems out there for you at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So can you let's go back and how was it when you first wanted to get into the business? What made you decide that this is the route I want to go, and how was that training process initially?
It was. I don't, like I said, it's not cocky. It's just confident. I don't want to sound like that, but It was really easy for me. So I was already training, bodybuilding. So I was already in that routine. I'm a black belt in Krav Maga. So I already had that physicality. I've always done sports growing up, run track, played basketball. I always did all those things. So I was used to that mentality of that hard work, that being on a schedule, that putting in the extra effort, the grind. So I saw wow. And I saw a place where women from all different backgrounds, all different sizes, colors, looks, personalities were the spotlight. And I like that. I like that a lot. So I found a place where I wanted to be. So I literally kicked open David McLean's office door, told him that I would be his next superstar, that I would be his next champion, and I refused to leave until he put me on the roster.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. It's funny because we've had some of the other ladies here on WOW, and everyone has compared you to China. Some of your peers, like Selena Major, say that you can be as just as big of a star as she is. How does it feel to be compared to one of maybe the greatest female athletes of all time?
It's very humbling. It's humbling, and I feel like if that's what people see in me, then I definitely want to deliver for them. So if they see a China in me, I'm going to give them China times 10. I think that's a compliment. Like, she did so much for wrestling, just years beyond her time, just opened doors for female wrestlers. And if that's the comparison I'm getting, I'll take it. I'll take it with open arms, and I'll run with that.
Yeah, great comparison.
Yeah,
Hall of
definitely.
Famer for sure. So
Yeah, so when it comes to, WoW, and, how you kind of look at it, there's superheroes, and then, in the words of Jesse Jones, she's a supervillain. What do you consider yourself a superhero? When you're described as a superhero, the way you destroy people, I don't know. Is that it's like a lot of Batman going on right there. It's like you're very brutal on these women.
Here's the thing. So, superhero, supervillain, at the end of the day, I can only be myself.
Yeah.
You take it or you leave it. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you hate me. I'm not here to make friends. And I'm not purposely going out trying to make enemies. If you just happen to be in my way, it's a bad day for you. I can't help that. Now, on the flip side, if we're going to talk supervillain superheroes, Darth Vader is a whole lot cooler than any Jedi. Just going to put it out there. I'm not saying I'm a bad guy. I'm just saying, and let's be honest, when you guys see me in the ring, when you see me and I get that look in my eye and I get that sneer on my face and you know it's coming, I feel like everyone gets just excited as I am about the pain I'm about to unleash on all these women. And it doesn't make you a bad person. You're just having a good time. I'm just here to give a good time. If it just happens to end badly for someone else, what are you going to do?
It's been pretty incredible because you've been feuding with Jungle Girl. You've been, feuding with Tessa. Been feuding with Jessica Havoc, and Sophia Lopez has kind of injected herself in this. I mean, but let me ask you, how's it stacked up, facing Jungle Girl and then teaming up with her? I mean, is it a little weird knowing that she's in your corner?
Okay, but was she in my corner? Was she? I mean,
because you're used to going out there by yourself. I mean, there were two opponents against you, though.
Yeah, I would think I would have had a better time on my own than teaming up with Jungle. She had her time at WoW. She spent an impressive 18 years being the big dog there, being the queen of the ring, not having her shoulders pinned, and I will give her a clap and a attaboy for that. Good for her. But see, this is a new time now, and the beast is here now. So now there's a bigger dog in this fight, and now there's a new queen for this ring. So she had her time. Now I need her to step back, step aside, and let the adults play in the ring now. Because really, Jungle's a side note for me. Like, I owe her. But we'll put that on the back burner. Right now, I've got my sights set on Tessa Blanchard. Because right now, she's the WoW World Champion. And she has something that belongs to me around her waist. And if I have to put my fist through her whole entire spine to snatch that belt off of her, I will.
Well, you have one more other distraction, and that is Lana Starr. I mean, she has been a thorn in your side. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I cringed, and I wasn't even there when you kind of stalked her in the parking lot there. I mean, it sends chills down my spine for sure.
I mean, tell me she doesn't have it coming.
Yeah.
Between her and so, what is up with these women who don't get in the ring and wrestle, and yet they want to be all over what I'm doing? If they want a shot at me, step in. But if not, if you take a powerbomb in the parking lot, that's not my fault. You brought that. You asked for that. You brought it upon yourself. If you want it, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I mean, they better stay out of your way for sure.
That's all. If they just stay out of my way, there would be no problem.
Yeah.
So if you come to my home and you interject yourself into what I'm doing, then don't be upset by the backlash. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure she got the message after that visit you paid her, for
so.
sure.
I hope so.
When it comes to Tessa, I look at Tessa and, I look at someone who can actually, I feel like I don't know if she could beat you, but I feel like she could match up with you pretty good. Do you think she's scared of you, or do you think she's just trying to be smart with all these roadblocks she's been throwing in the way so she doesn't have to fight you?
Here's the thing. Tessa is talented. She's good at what she does. She's great at what she does. And she comes from one heck of a background. So not only does she have her time in wrestling behind her, but she has her fathers. She has all these names in the industry who can help guide her, which is great. I want that. I want her to be on her A1 game. I hope she's resting. I hope she's getting massages. I hope she's training as hard as she can because I want to fight in that ring. I know how good I am, and I'm not going to underestimate her, but trust and believe that I am not afraid of her. And I'm willing today, tomorrow, last week, a month ago, to have stepped in the ring with her. If here she is ducking and diving and using Sophia Lopez to get around me, I don't know if that smells like fear to you, but to me it smells a little fishy. It doesn't smell like confidence. So you tell me what that is.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think, I mean, I don't blame her if she is avoiding you.
Wow.
Here's the thing, though. She can keep running. She can keep running, but eventually I'm going to catch her. When that happens, not only will she be beaten, but she'll just be tired and beaten. But it's going to happen.
Sure. You know, it's incredible to see how women are faring in professional wrestling nowadays. I mean, you got to keep your eye out on all different places. I mean, who are some of the ladies inside of the WoW universe that you like to face, and also outside of WoW?
I will wrestle anyone who wants to step to me.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing. My whole thing is about proving my worth. I know how good I am. So if I gotta prove it, if all those ladies at WoW want to just line up and come in and slowly get their beat downs, we can do this. We can pick a day. I will bring some snacks. Let's do this all day long. I have no one there that I'm afraid of, that I'm curious about wrestling. Just come step to me. I will take on anyone. I will take on everyone to prove how good I am.
Are they going to be the homemade gummies with the powder?
Oh, I see you've been reading up on that.
Oh, yeah, we have to do our research. I mean...
I'll hand out some snacks that I help them feel a little better from these beat downs. If that's what they need.
I'll come for the snacks, but I don't want any problems, all right?
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, now, do you think, possibly in the future that, with the cross of, women and men wrestling nowadays, even, who you're looking after and who you want to get to right now, Tessa, she's been, making her name lately, stepping in the ring with guys. Do you think that's something that we could see in the future from you?
Here's what I say is, when I'm in the ring, I'm focused on that opponent across from me. So at this time, I'm focused on whoever right now I'm focused on Tessa Blanchard because she has the title. But as of now, I wrestle for WoW Women of Wrestling. Mm-hmm. Now, if they have to change the name to WoW Women of Wrestling, plus this one dude we had to hire who, because Beast has run through the whole lineup, and then we don't have anyone we can have her take down, but this dude is 6'7", 237 pounds, and she probably is still going to smack him into the ground. Until they change the name to that, it's not something that's on my radar. I don't know. I wish her all the luck in the world. I wish anyone who wants to wrestle whoever all the luck in the world. It's just not something I've given thought to for myself.
Yeah, that's a pretty long acronym if we're gonna change the name to that. I don't know how that's gonna work. I think it would fit
real good on
You need a whole shirt for that one.
Front, back, arm.
Definitely.
Long sleeve for sure.
Who's gonna tell me I can't have it?
No, man.
No,
nobody.
Yeah,
Exactly.
For real. It's been awesome, but before we let you go, we have to talk about that backstage brawl. I mean, that was probably one of the most insane things we've seen so far at WoW. How was it just stepping out of the ring element and fighting back, somewhere you're not really supposed to be fighting?
It was amazing. I know that you guys didn't get to see the whole fight, but there were some stall doors broken.
Oh,
there
man.
were some heads that got smashed into the tiles. some trash cans tossed around. We'll see if we can get some footage for you guys. But it was wild. It was wild, and if Jungle ever wants to do it again, I'm game. We don't have to be in the ring. I don't have to be in the ring to wrestle. Like I said, wherever, whenever, I'll take on anyone.
Yeah, that is the beautiful part about watching WoW on Access TV. There's all these different stories. I mean, you've been, you've been in the main feud for a long time there, and hopefully you get that title for sure. But for those who want to catch up and watch your journey, they're going to have to get Access TV and watch it every Saturday night at 8 o'clock, 5 o'clock if you're on the West Coast. And
well, here's the thing, too. Saturday on the 23rd on Access TV, they're doing a 2-hour marathon of all of season 2 if everyone wants to catch up.
Nice.
And then at the end of that marathon will be the season finale. I've got some big things planned that night, so you do not, trust me when I say, you do not want to miss this episode.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta call your cable provider. Get WoW. You're gonna love it. Absolutely combines the best hard hitting luchador, some technical wrestling. They have it all. You don't want to miss it. And Beast, where can people get you on social media if they want to connect with you?
You want to find me on social media, just go to at @wow_the beast. Or you can go to @WowSuperheroes and you'll find me there.
Awesome. We thank you so much for taking out the time and giving us some insight of, the ass kicking that you've been laying through all these ladies. And for us, we've been Wrestling IQ 101. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wrestling IQ 101. You can listen to us right here on YouTube or search us on iTunes on B Plus Player Network or search Wrestling IQ 101 and hit the subscribe button. And we will see you guys very soon.